Thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasiros. I talk about politics, sports, and entertainment to keep you well rounded. What's going on around the world? If you don't like hearing the truth, definitely don't tune into this channel. So let's get started today. So, another DEI hire, pronoun weirdo, break-in SEMA commissioner Sarah Russell, who goes by they, them. What the F is a they, them? You're not a they, them. You're a boy or a girl, and you don't get to choose. See, this is what the amazing thing is about all of this. If this individual came to me for a job and sat across from me and didn't know if he was a boy or a girl, I'd say I can't hire. I don't have time for this type of nonsense because it's nonsense. Your pronouns aren't they, them. I don't give a F about your pronouns. I don't care if your feelings are hurt because you can't deal with reality. That's not my problem. And more jobs should take this approach. I'm running a business here. I'm running a company. And you sit down across from me and you say, oh, my pronouns are they, them. I would tell you, listen, take your stuff and get the F out of here. It's not discrimination. You know what it's called? It's called common sense, something that Democrats and liberals don't have anymore. See, Democrats and liberals, let's get off the they, them thing for a second. When you think a 6-year-old that might play with a doll should have the decision to cut his penis off and become a girl, you're a disgust. That I don't need to hear anything else about Democrats, right? I don't need to hear nothing else. You support that. Your whole party supports it. That's the only thing I need to hear. That's it. And that's why I say this all the time. You could literally tell me, if you vote Democrat, we'll give you $10 million a year cash, a new car, a new house every year. And I would tell you to F off. I'd rather be poor and live in a cardboard box, literally, before I ever voted for a Democrat. And it's because of stuff just like this. Breaking: SEMA Commissioner Sarah Russell, who goes by they, them pronouns, is on paid leave after she failed to activate the St. Louis tornado sirens for the deadly storm. 5 people are now dead. Well, this piece of garbage needs to be charged with 5 counts of murder. Oh, yeah, it was such a difficult job for the they, them. All she had to do was push a button. I guarantee she was making $140,000 a year, a pension, a company car. Everybody had to walk on eggshells around the they, them because, they, them wants to look like a boy and she's obviously a girl. So everybody had to watch what they say. So your whole entire workday, you're taken hostage by one of these things. Listen, it's not my responsibility if you have no self-esteem and can't accept that you're a girl. I'm not going to play with I don't do the pronoun thing. Somebody could tell me, a grown man could say, I want you to tell me I'm a woman. I'll be like, you're a man. I don't care. Your act of violence, that doesn't work with me. That doesn't scare me. Getting in my face, that's not going to work for you. You know what all these people need to be told? Shut the F up. That's what they all need to be told. Go to a mental institution, take your medication. We're running a business here. We're running a company. We don't have time for this. And all these, please, one day I'll be able to say so much more than I'm saying right now, but I just can't. But one day we'll get to all that. I wouldn't put up with this garbage for 5 seconds. Literally, as soon as they sat down, my name is whatever, I'm a they, them, I'd be like, get the fuck out. That's what I would say. Get out. Excuse my language. Get out. Don't have time for it. So now 5 people are dead because of they, them. First of all, the simplest job in the world, and she still wasn't qualified to do it. God only knows what she was doing. And all she had to do was push a button for a $120,000 a year salary. Listen, she only got the job because she's a they, them. You didn't give her the job because of her appearance, obviously. You didn't give her the job for her mental capacity. She can't tell the difference between a man and a woman. You didn't give her the job because of her professionalism. Look at her. Does she look professional to you? That looks like somebody with just looking at the picture, she looks like somebody with a mental disorder. And guess what? Now 5 innocent people are dead because of her. Whatever. 5 people. Just like a few months ago, the girl on the airplane, she was flying the jet. The captain ordered her 5 times. Change your flight course right now. Change your flight course right now. Another DEI hire. She refused to listen to the captain. She intentionally flew the plane into a helicopter and people died, or another plane, whatever. They hear it on the voice box. Multiple times she ignored a direct order from her superior and causes an accident and people die. Guess what? The people that hired her should be charged. All this DEI garbage is garbage. So I want to ask all the pro DEI. You know what DEI stands to for me? You know what it stands for? DEI means this to me. You want money in a job you're not qualified for all the wrong reasons. That's what it means. It means you are not qualified and you think you're entitled to something that you don't deserve. That's what DEI means to me. But we are brainwashed daily that DEI is the greatest thing ever. Okay, fine. Let's just say, okay, fine. You know what? DEI is the greatest thing ever. So when we get all DEI hires, I'm like, oh, hey, congratulations, John. This is our new DEI hire. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't call the DEI hire a DEI hire, even though we're trying to brainwash the population that DEI is the greatest thing ever. Well, why can't I call him a DEI hire then? That's racist. That's homophobic. You're an anti-transer. Well, you told me it's a great thing, so why can't I address them as a DEI hire? You can't have it both ways. It's a sickness. It's a mental illness. It's a sense of entitlement that you deserve something when you don't. And this thing is the result of that. Soon as this person sat across from you and said, I'm a they, them, I'm a man, and it's a woman, you should have said, we're not hiring you. You're not qualified. And of course, we'll have all these liberal judges that will allow these types of things to sue companies. And all you liberal judges that go along with this crap that wouldn't put up with this for 1 second in your chambers, but you expect companies and businesses to put up with this, I hope you go to hell. Literally, I hope that's where you go. Because you're trying to handcuff society with the dredge and mental illnesses of society. Who the F are you to tell me that I have to hire this person at my company that doesn't even know the difference between a man and a woman? And if I don't, it's discrimination. See, it's a certain section of judges, liberal. I'm not going to get into other religious aspects of it because they're trying to take our society and make us all live in the most disgusting, vile environment that we can all think of. And it's not only good enough that you're going to live in it. See, they all want us to live in a third world country. They all want us to live with an open border. They all want us to live with crime. They all want us to live with trans weirdos. But that ain't good enough. We're going to bring it into your workplace also. And when you don't go along with it, we're going to fire you because you are the problem. See, if you go to work and you want to be a decent human being, a God-fearing human being who puts a good 8 hours of work in a day, who minds their own business, who shows other people respect, and then they surround your workplace with people like this, and they want you to drop your value system to make these nut jobs feel comfortable. And then when you don't, you're the problem. You should be terminated. You're the issue. You're the one that's angry. No, just not going for the ungodliness anymore. Not going for the garbage anymore. Nobody should. Everybody needs to put their foot down. If you were everywhere, everybody needs to put their foot down and say, I am not taking part in this idiocy anymore. And if your feelings are hurt, too bad. And if you want to put hands on me, if you want to act like a man, guess what? They, them. If you want to act like a man and put your hands on me and you claim you're a man, now I have the right to treat you like a man when you assault me. And I assure you that's something that you're not going to like. I'm not being the tough guy. I don't do tough guy talk. I don't do that type of talk. It's not talk at all. It's not. If you put your hands on me, they, them, Mike, whoever, you have a possibility of biting off more than you can chew. And that's what everybody needs to take the same stance as me. Even if you're not a see what I'll get called a confrontational. I'm not confrontational, but I'm not going to be forced to go along with your garbage. And if you think that you have the right to assault me because I don't go along with your godless, vile garbage, we're going to have a problem because I'm not Jesus. I'm not going to turn the other cheek and just let you put your hands on me. So that's not being a tough guy. It's called being a man. That's what it's called. Something that this thing is not and never will be. And if you don't like what I'm saying, too bad. 5 innocent people lost their lives because of DEI, the greatest thing ever invented. And that other jerk that was driving the plane or the jet or whatever, I would, if I had to bet my life, she did it on purpose to try to make President Trump look bad. But we'll never get to the bottom of that because that's what Democrats and liberals do. Just like all the people that try to assassinate President Trump, the FBI, CIA, and the deep state, they go and they clean out the person's apartment, get rid of all their technology, software, computer trail. They scrub it clean so there's no evidence left. That's exactly what goes on. And that's why we'll never get down to the root of the person, the woman that intentionally flown a plane or a helicopter into another plane, killing, 20, 30 people on board. Because this is what Democrats stand for. Democrats stand for chaos, destruction, madness, lawlessness, vileness. And you know who goes hand in hand with that? Satan. God, Jesus Christ, and God is a God of order, a God of laws, a God of respect, a God of man, woman, child. There is a system that God wants, and that system is peace, not chaos. So when you see things like this that are Democrats are all about chaos, and you know where chaos comes from? The devil, Satan himself. So here you have it again, more racism towards conservatives and President Trump supporters. Harvard University side chat just called on the school to blacklist Trump supporters on campus until Trump backs down. If he does, I think we blacklist Trump supporters on campus. Don't let them in the clubs. Don't be friends with them. Certainly don't date them. Bring back real social consequences for politically affiliating with fascists. Side Chat is an app where students and faculty can go sign up with their education email and post anonymously with the school. I wouldn't expect anything to. Listen, I don't get. Listen, not only am I a President Trump supporter, I love President Trump. If you want to do something about it, if you want to fight me over it, if I'm out in public and I have a MAGA hat on, go ahead, do what you got to do. We'll see how it goes. That's all I could say. Do what you got to do. Conservatives, you don't need to interact with Democrats at all. For what? For what? Your value system is so far off, there's really nothing to chat about. So they can't deny you to go into a club or a library because that's discrimination. If they don't want to talk to you, who gives a shit? Who cares? Okay, don't talk to me. I don't care. You want to talk to a bunch of people that think it's okay for a 5-year-old to cut his penis off? Nah, I'm good. With friends like that, who needs enemies? Another idiot that Democrats support. Here's a whole stadium full of people in South Africa chanting, kill all the white people, kill all the farmers. But let me guess, it's not happening. There's no white genocide in South Africa. President Trump is ambushing these poor men. And how could you do such a thing? As they're all jumping around, clapping, singing songs to kill all the whites. Here you go.
Alliance. Shoot to kill.
Look at him. Yeah.
Kill the poor.
So proud of yourself.
Kill the poor.
Probably don't even know how to shoot a gun. Yeah.
Attention.
I got a question for this moron. If you kill all the white farmers who are feeding your people, who's going to feed your people? According to Jasmine Crockett, no black people want to farm. Jasmine Crockett claims she speaks for all black people. If you kill all the farmers who grow all the crops, what are your people going to eat? Rocks and tires? But I'm sure after you kill all the white farmers and there's no food left, it will still somehow be white people's fault. Just another day of disgusting liberalism at its finest. I wouldn't expect anything else. But according to the liberal media, he's the real victim. The president of South Africa is the real victim. And President Trump is the bad one for showing him these types of videos. How dare President Trump get involved when a whole entire race of people is getting murdered for being Caucasianoids? How dare he? He's the bad one. let's look at South Africa now. Somebody does a drive through South Africa now that they got rid of all the evil white people. And let's take a look how it looks now. Looks great. Looks like a real inhabitable place. Wow, looks awesome. Let's move there. Wonderful. I guess nobody ever heard of what a garbage can is, huh? Interesting.
No, don't worry.
You get the point. It's just like every Democrat, liberal run city in America. You know, we have these George Soros district attorneys that want lawlessness, chaos, murder, and sexual assault. And then when that happens in those communities, guess what? Then it's white people's fault. Then it's President Trump's fault. But all the people in the community voted for that. All the people in the community wanted criminals not to have to pay bail. And then they get what they want. And then the place turns into that. Then it's white supremacy and all this other garbage. Nope, that's what you wanted. That's what you voted for. See, you can't have it both ways. You can't want to live like that and you can't vote for that. And then when you get exactly what you want, you say, oh, well, look, it's white supremacy. President Trump doesn't care about us, because it goes on in every single Democratic liberal run city. Every single liberal city in America, when you go there, your life is in danger. It goes up like 2,000%. Your chances of losing your life in a liberal run city goes up like 2,000%. Anytime you go to a Democratic city, your life is in danger. Every single one. Chicago, Miami, Los Angeles, everywhere you go, Memphis, it doesn't matter. Every place that is run by Democrats, everything they touch, they destroy. Anytime you go there, your life is in danger. Go figure. Are you if you're paying attention and you have critical thinking skills and you see who's running it and what party they're affiliated with, a Democrat run city, your life is in danger. So the insufferable Angel Reese is back at it. You know, the fake race hoax the other day. She claims, you know, that the crowd was calling her racial names. Oh, yeah, a crowd full of people paid for basketball tickets to shout racial names. And then they asked her, well, what were they saying to you? She couldn't give an answer. And then, of course, everybody stepped in because they know it was a hoax, that it was nothing but a lie. Nobody was screaming racial slurs at Angel Reese. They just had to make the situation go away because she looked absolutely terrible what she did to Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is just trying to play basketball, and Angel Reese is trying to make it a civil rights movement. Go figure. So let's watch. Supposedly, this is the best basketball player in the whole women's basketball league, according to racist Ryan Clark and the clown Stephen A. Smith. She can't make a single layup, but she wants to get paid $5 million a year. Let's jump into the video.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks
Missed
it up,
once.
what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says,
Missed twice. Won't pass the ball to nobody.
Persistence trying to pay off.
Missed 3 times. Missed 4 times. Finally passes.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese.
It's like when you're a kid and you're playing in the schoolyard with the person that refuses to pass the ball to anybody. And then it's a big deal because one of her teammates got so frustrated, just walked off the court during the process. I wouldn't expect anything different from Angel Reese because she's nothing but a liar. She's a liar. All this fake, oh, God is with me. No, God's not with a liar. God's not with a manipulator. God's not with a person that race baits all. I love all these people that all they do is race bait in America, and then they bring up God. God is not part of your garbage. That's your garbage. Own your own garbage. She's always the victim in every circumstance. Nobody's going to make me believe that Caitlin Clark and her followers are the ones making it racist when Angel Reese and the entire league and her mother are the ones being racist towards Caitlin Clark. I know everybody will say, you're behind on the news. The fact that the one player sharpened her fingernail and jabbed it in her eye, and then they're all celebrating on the bench afterwards. And I'll end it with this. Caitlin Clark, I made a video the other day. Instead of getting on TV and apologizing for being white, you need to take some boxing classes, stand your ground, and next time somebody does something cheap to you, punch them right in the face. That's my advice to you. Remember to resist globalism, liberalism. It's a disease. Thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable with Chris Chamasiros.